What up? What's up, Logan Paul? It is me, Bishop. I am certain you have never heard of me, as most YouTubers have not. And if you ignore this video entirely and don't watch it, I will not be offended. That's exactly what a lot of YouTube viewers have been doing for the past dozen years or so. My name's Bishop. Got a YouTube channel back in high school just because I loved creating content, fun videos with my friends at the time. But before YouTube was what it is today, before Google acquired it, before AdSense or anything like that, some of my content landed on the front page of YouTube. I used to be on the front page actually regularly, gathering thousands of views of my videos. Then when I became a partner, they all got flagged because most of them had copyright material in them, got all removed off the channel, had to re-upload them, and it's just been a journey to say the least. Well, why am I making this video? I saw this.
Unfortunately, I can't end on a loss. So, I mean, shit, whoever wants this smoke, you could come get it.
I've been watching your content for the longest time. Not to gas you up too much, but you're incredible at what you do. Whether it's creating vlogs, a podcast, a boxing event, you do it very well. You know, you're from up in Ohio, I'm from Northern Kentucky, right across the river from Cincinnati. And so from those roots to where you are now, it's just incredible. Everything you touch ends up being almost gold. And so obviously I thought with the KSI fight, I watched it, had a few people over to watch it. Definitely supported you, definitely wanted you to get the dub. You mentioned challenging another boxer. Now, will fighting me have the hype of KSI? No, you know, he's obviously one of the most famous YouTubers in the UK, and I obviously struggle to get 4 or 5 views on a video without reloading the page myself 2 or 3 times. But, hear me out. Could it be a Rocky type fight? What do I mean? Well, just like you, I'm from a town, you know, small town, definitely not LA lifestyle. Don't have the most money in the world shooting with an iPhone 6 here as I do most of my videos. But could it be the Rocky story of this guy, 31-year-old married with a couple kids, has no chance, I mean, I got a dad bod, has no chance against someone of your physique and your younger age, obviously, and your talent. Give me a chance. Let's see what happens. Work in IT, so wore this to work today, but my friend, this is me. This is me. After high school, I made a video boxing one of my friends. That was one of the videos that landed on the front of YouTube's page. Got like 40, 50,000 views as soon as it landed, but it eventually got removed. I love boxing. I've always been a fan of boxing, the sport. Then I took some lessons when some family turmoil went down, just to relieve a little bit of anger, but I'm definitely not a boxer. I'm literally willing to stop creating all the content that I create that only gathers 10, 12, maybe 25 views here and there to focus if you're willing to accept me as a challenger. Financially, it'd be a struggle to fly several different places for, you know, the pre-fight talks and conferences and all that fun stuff. But what better way for maybe that to be held in your hometown? I can drive up, I can make the trip with the wife and kids, and we just do it there. And then we donate some of the money to charity, so then there's that positivity, because I'm not gonna bring up your past. I got a pass too, we all got a pass. It is what it is. Moving past that, this fight, you said you didn't want to go out on an L. I'll meet whatever requirements DAZN tells me that I need to meet for my height and weight. You know, I'm just about 6 foot tall, depending on what shoes I wear. Weight, $180, but I can get up or I can get down, whatever I need to do as far as weight goes. And I'll train hard. The one thing about me, and this isn't a joke, like I'm being dead serious. I'm willing to do this, willing to dedicate the time, energy, and effort. I gotta still work the full-time job though to provide for my family. But I think a lot of people could get behind you giving a shot to, you know, a nobody. You're on top of YouTube. I know PewDiePie and all those other people may be more subscribed, but anytime anyone says YouTube, people say, oh yeah, Logan Paul. So in my opinion, you're on top of it. You have me, been in the game for the longest time, still on the bottom barrel of it. You give me a shot. It's like, oh man, like that's awesome. He's giving this nobody an opportunity. You may or may not get the dub. So you go out with the dub. You did a great thing for this guy. Money went to charity. You know, obviously haven't gotten the approval from the boss, but shouldn't be a problem. I know the market's the fight, so from a marketing standpoint, it actually might not be a good idea because you and your brand will sell out the Staples Center in of itself from other YouTubers wanting to create content there. I know a fight with Vitaly might generate more views or whatever, but I think the story in of itself, if people got to know me, people got to see a different side of you, I think the story would make a great YouTube story. The fight was the biggest YouTube event of the year of all time. Just incredible. And I have no ill will towards you or anything negative to say. Like, whereas KSI and you kind of went back and forth beef, That ain't me. That's not in my character. I'm not going to be the guy that takes your name and drags it down at all. That's not who I am. So if that's who you want to fight, that ain't going to be me. But what I will tell you who I am is someone who doesn't give up. I tore my ACL, MCL, PCL, and meniscus playing basketball one night. Church league, of course. Missed the layup, didn't even get fouled. One doctor told me that I wouldn't be able to walk upright in my front yard to play with my son one day. Went out for a second opinion. It was obviously a painful time in my life. Second opinion doc says, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put you on bed rest for a couple months, let the MCL and PCL heal naturally. Then we're going to have a routine ACL surgery. I'm going to cut off part of that meniscus. You're going to be fine. You're going to be back hooping. You're going to play football, flag football, whatever you want to do. You'll be okay. And I tell you, a lot of people in that situation maybe would have given up, but I'm a fighter. Since 11 years old, I've been working, started my own grass cutting business, walked up and down the street. I'm a hustler. I'm a fighter. I started making cash at a young age. Got my first job at 15. Worked that job many years. I've worked several jobs since then. I work hard. You're not going to find anybody, I know this sounds cliche, but you're not going to find anybody out there who's going to fight as hard as me. You talked about KSI's dog mentality. You talked about KSI wanted to fight more. You will not find an ounce of anything in my body that says give up. I promise you that. I persevere, I push through things, and I promise you we will give the world a show. I know that I will put my heart, blood, and tears into it. All I'm asking for is a chance. If anything, you could even just reply no. That would actually make me feel good, and that would actually probably be one of my most celebrated YouTube things that has ever happened to me. So anyway, I just appreciate the time. And to be honest, I can do math. 4 times 4, 16. 7 times 7, 49. 9 times 9, 81. 12 times 12, 144, bro. I hope, my man, that you at least consider it. I mean, think of the story, right? Maybe there's the Christian flip on it, right? Paul, this guy in the Bible, real cool dude, wrote a lot of the New Testament. So it's Paul versus Bishop, because Bishop's my actual last name. So there might be the Christian flips on that. Or LP, Logan Paul, versus BP, Bishop Productions. I used to sell shirts and merch before it was a thing to do so. But then I was dumb and quit YouTube because I was just insecure about me. But anyway, I would love to hear your thoughts. If anything, I'd love to have a conversation with you, just to chop it up. I know we will give the world a show. Some of the money will go to a great cause. And who knows, I may get the dub. Because I'm like the end of the loaf. I'm bred different.